Okay, I see some empty plates. How did everyone enjoy that?
So what's for dinner? I'm just trying to come up with a tasty and affordable meal to cook tonight. I need something that the kids are going to like, that is quick to make, and that is easy on the budget. So isn't it great that Taste has partnered with Coles to create the Savvy Dinner Plan? What's that? Well, it's a 28-day meal plan that you can access online. It is free to use. It has a huge variety of meals. They give you all the ingredients and how to make it, plus they give you some bonus cost-saving tips to help with your family budget. Times are tough for everyone, so this is a handy tool for parents to use. We are all so busy, and Taste has done all the hard work for us. Now, I brought up some recipes on my laptop and I asked the kids to choose one, and they decided that they wanted the garlic bread savoury mince. It looks delicious, so it's time for me to make a shopping list and get to the store. First, I'll check my pantry because I always use up what I have here at home, and then I make a detailed list so that I know exactly what I need to buy. Don't forget to check your budget because we don't want any surprises once we've filled the trolley. I like to separate my grocery list into sections because it just makes it easier so I know what to buy. Now, most recipes are made for a family of 4, but I don't think our family fits that demographic. Hubby and I have 16 children and 8 of them are still living at home, so we have a very busy household. So I'm going to triple the recipe to feed my family. You could try out this recipe as is, or you could save a little extra by simply batch cooking. Batch cooking is where you cook more than what you need and then you freeze the extra meals. You save money when you bulk buy or buy larger containers of the ingredients. You save money on your electricity because you're only cooking the one time. And you save time because you have the convenience of having an already cooked meal in your freezer. So those evenings when you are not wanting to spend a lot of time in the kitchen and everybody's just tired from a full day, you can just pull your pre-cooked freezer meal out of the freezer, heat it and serve. So I would encourage you to give it a go. Try doubling the recipe or even tripling it, and then you can freeze the extra meals. So when you've cooked the mince up for this recipe, you're going to want to put the extras into an airtight container or a Ziploc bag. Make sure you label it and date it if it's going to be in there for a little while. And the garlic bread you can just freeze as you've bought it in the packet because it's already sealed. And the cheese, the pizza blend cheese that's going on top. Now, if you're going to be using it in the next week or 2, of course you can keep it in your refrigerator. If you're just going to be cooking with that and melting it down later, it can also be frozen. You can put it in your freezer with the rest of the meal. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you the cost per serve of what I managed to spend to feed my family. That could be a little bit different from what you might have to spend because it will all depend on where we all live and what specials are on at your local Coles at the time, and whether you're buying in bulk or, of course, if you've already got some of those ingredients at home. So let's not sit here any longer. Let's get to the shops. Now, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of olive oil for this recipe. So buy the big bottle, keep it in your pantry and use it for future meals. Now you need 500 grams of beef mince, now you're going to need a couple of stalks of celery, but with this big bunch, don't forget to cut it, bag it and freeze it so you can use it in other meals. Now we're going to do exactly the same with the carrots. You're going to need 2 carrots for the recipe. I'm going to need 6. So I'm buying a kilo bag and then I will keep the rest in the fridge to use later on. Now the recipe calls for 200 grams of washed potatoes. And I found these all-rounder kestrel potatoes for $3 a kilo. But I found these Coles baby brush potatoes for only $2.50 per kilo, so saving even more money. You just have to peel them, wash them, and then cut them up. The recipe calls for 1 onion, so grab a bag of those. And here's the pizza blend cheese. Let's save some more money by buying the big bag. The little bag is $22 per kilo and the large one is only $14.29 per kilo. What a great saving. Now here's the delicious Coles Simply garlic bread. You're going to need 1 stick for the recipe. I'm going to have to buy a few more, but we always keep garlic bread in the freezer. We love that in our house. 1 cup of frozen peas for this recipe, which is 150 grams. I needed a few more, so I actually grabbed a couple of bags of these Australian peas. You're going to need 2 tablespoons of gravy powder to season this dish. So if you don't have it already in your pantry, you'd better grab a box. You also need 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. This Coles Simply tomato paste should be a staple in everyone's pantry. Once it's opened, keep it in the fridge. And 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I'm lucky, I already had some in my fridge. So let's head home and get this meal cooked. Don't forget to put your trolley back. Now that I've diced all the veggies, I'm going to mix all of the seasoning through the cooked mince. Then I'm going to put it all together and serve. So this is the meal that you chose from the Savvy Dinner Plan website. So it looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's say grace and eat.
Breathe in morning with its light, for earth and shelter of the night. Health and food for love and friends, for everything your goodness sends. Amen.
I see some empty plates. How did everyone enjoy that?
The garlic bread was my favourite bit.
I really like the cheese on top.
Is there any more?
Thanks, Mum.
Oh, you're very welcome. So I think that was an absolute hit. So we will definitely be using the Taste Savvy Dinner Plan again. Thanks for watching, everyone. God bless.
I tripled the recipe, which should give you 12 generous serves, but we actually ended up with 16 serves. The cost to cook this meal was $38.55, so the single serve was only $2.41. What a great budget-friendly meal. Now don't forget that the price will vary depending on where you live, your local specials, your ability to bulk buy, and what you already have in your pantry. So make sure you check out the link in the description box below for lots of recipe inspiration and cost-saving tips.